Sri Lanka rises out of the Indian Ocean like a crossroads shaped by tides, faith, and memory. Every coastline, every hillside, every stone seems to hold a story, and this journey begins on the western shore in Negombo, a town where the past still walks beside the present. At St. Sebastian's, the Gothic arches rise like a memory of Portugal carried across the sea. Inside, stained glass glows softly, and the quiet rhythm of prayer fills the air. Canals cut through Negombo like old veins of the city. Built during Dutch rule, they still carry fishermen, bicycles, and the slow drift of daily routines. Reflections ripple on the water, blurring past and present into one continuous flow. Negombo's fishing outrigger boats, with their slender wooden hulls and colorful sails, are a familiar sight along the coast. Fishermen haul in their catch daily while fish drying along the shore, sunning the bounty for local markets. The bustling fish market is alive with the calls of vendors and the fresh scent of the sea, a vital hub where tradition and livelihood meet. From the coast, the land begins to rise. The road bends inland toward the island's ancient heart, where stone and faith have shaped kingdoms for thousands of years. Carved into a towering rock in Sri Lanka's heartland, the Dambulla Cave Temple shelters 5 dimly lit sanctuaries filled with golden Buddha statues and ancient murals. An active, centuries-old shrine where cool stone, candlelight, and sweeping views over the plains meet in one serene, timeless space. In Sri Lankan villages, coconut huskers work with swift, practiced strength. The husks are used for their fiber and as fuel. Further north, Sigiriya rises abruptly from the plains, a fortress, a palace, a legend. Inside the Grand Circle Foundation School, the classroom buzzes with youthful energy and curiosity. The Wild Elephant Safari offers a thrilling glimpse into Sri Lanka's untamed wilderness. The journey turns south toward Kandy. At Aluvihari, caves once sheltered the first written Buddhist scriptures. The rock walls feel like guardians of knowledge, holding stories that shaped a civilization. At the foot of Dambulla's ancient rock, the golden temple rises in a blaze of gold, guardian to the quiet mural-lit caves carved by centuries of devotion. The bustling Dambulla market pulses with vibrant energy. Traders and farmers converge here in a lively exchange, creating a sensory feast of sights, sounds, and scents. Sri Muthumari Amman Koval Temple showcases intricate designs and vivid colors. In Kandy itself, the Temple of the Tooth draws pilgrims from across the world. Drums echo through the halls during evening puja, incense curls upward, and the air feels charged with centuries of ritual. Just outside the city, the Paradanaya Botanic Gardens unfold like a living museum. Towering palms, sprawling fig trees, orchids in every shade, a reminder of the island's extraordinary biodiversity. It's a moment to breathe before our journey climbs higher. Near Kandy Lake, a nature sanctuary is home to cormorants and monkeys. The highlands rise into cool air and rolling green. In Nuwara Eliya, mist drifts across tea plantations that ripple over the hills like a woven carpet. Tea pluckers move through the fields with practiced grace, gathering the leaves that have shaped economies and cultures far beyond this island. The longhouse used by tea pickers feels both communal and intimate, where families cook, rest, and prepare for the long days in the fields. In the quiet shade of the plantation, workers slice neat arcs into the bark of rubber trees, guiding the milky latex into small waiting cups. Among rows of tall trunks wrapped in plastic sheaths, the forest feels like a slow, steady workshop, each tree offering its daily measure of sap through skillful hands and generations-old technique. From here, the landscape shifts again. Bandarawela's hill country towns give way to the dry forests of Yala National Park. This is a different Sri Lanka, wild, raw, and alive. In Yala National Park, elephants move through the brush, peacocks flash their colors, and if luck is on our side, a leopard might appear for a fleeting moment. The land feels ancient, untouched, and deeply alive. And finally, the road returns to the sea. Galley stands on the southern coast, its fort walls facing the same ocean that once carried traders, explorers, and empires. In Galley, private buses roar along the coast in a blur of color and music, fast, crowded, and unmistakably alive, weaving through the city's colonial streets and seaside villages with their own chaotic rhythm. Near Galley, stilt fishermen perch on slender poles above the surf, silent silhouettes against the waves, practicing a generations-old craft that turns the shoreline into a living postcard. In the hill country east of Gali, a white stupa glows beneath the Bodhi tree's golden leaves, while inside the temple a saffron-robed monk sits on a carved wooden throne, offering a quiet lesson about meditation that feels like a blessing carried on the warm afternoon air. In a dim, sawdust-filled workshop, craftsmen carve towering wooden elephants from massive logs, their chisels ringing against the grain as curls of fresh wood fall to the floor. Nearby, shelves overflow with hand-painted masks and polished carvings, bright, fierce, and full of folklore, turning the shop into a living gallery of Sri Lankan artistry. Each February in Colombo, the Navam Maha Parahara turns the streets around Gangaramaya Temple into a river of light. Elephants draped in jeweled cloths, dancers spinning in silver and crimson, and drummers driving the night forward in a pulse of fire, color, and devotion. St. Anthony's Church in Cochicade stands as one of Colombo's most beloved shrines, a place where candles, novenas, and quiet prayers mingle with memories of miracles, loss, and resilience. Devotees of every faith come here seeking comfort, healing, and hope, turning the church into a living memorial of Sri Lanka's enduring spirit. This journey has traced a circle, from coast to highlands to coast again. Along the way, Sri Lanka reveals itself not as a single story, but as a mosaic, spiritual, historical, ecological, and endlessly resilient. Every place, every person, every landscape is part of a larger whole. And as you leave, you carry those layers with you, like the echo of a place that stays long after the journey ends.